just so beautiful. Why? Hello and welcome back, guys and girls. So maybe a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but welcome back to the channel. Now this video today is just going to be going through a few games of mine that I love, that I've adored as a kid, and games that I feel didn't, some of them maybe didn't get the recognition that they deserved. Others, I think, deserve a real, a remake, a proper remake. And some games that people have never heard of, incredible games that I think everyone should give a try at least once. So we will get right to it. So this isn't in any particular order, as always. I do try for you guys, but yeah, it doesn't always happen. It's just so difficult sometimes. So we'll start. So first one that I wanted to discuss was Diddy Kong Racing. Now, for a long time, there was speculation that they were going to sort of do a new Diddy Kong, which would have been incredible. I loved that game. Bar Super Mario is probably my favourite racing game, and then you got Crash under that, obviously. But I love Diddy Kong. I love the idea of it, all the characters, and it was just such a cute little game. Obviously developed by Rare, so it had their art style as well. It was just a fun little game, so pretty, and I love the fact that when you did like the story mode, you kind of like, you went through the little holes, you had to open the doors and unlock them once you collected enough, I think it was balloons, so it was a bit like Super Mario 64 in a way, where you had to like, obviously you had to collect enough stars to open the doors, and yeah, I loved that. I thought it was such a cute little game, and certainly worth revamping or remaking. So someone pick it up, please. Maybe Platonic Games. You know, you guys, you loved your Rare, you know, when you were with them. So maybe we'll see. But I won't hold my breath. But it's an awesome game that I do miss and play occasionally. I do play it. So yeah. Moving on now. I noticed in this that there are quite a lot of racing games now. I am not a big racing game fan. I don't really enjoy them. I don't really get it, to be fair. But when I say racing games, most of these are kind of comic book style. I guess some would say kiddie racing games, but so what? I don't care. The haters can hate. You know, I love these games, and these are the ones that I really like. So next one is sticking with that racing theme. Now, it's Extreme G. The other thing I noticed is that all of these games, I'm pretty sure, are N64 games. Now that wasn't deliberate, it just kind of happened. So I apologise for that. I know I'm a big Nintendo fan, but these are, yeah, they're all N64 games. But yeah, Extreme G on the N64, an awesome game. It was so fast. I remember playing that bar Wipeout on the PlayStation. I'd never seen anything so. I couldn't believe like the speed, and you felt like you were going at that speed. It was so cool. Not only that, I loved, my favourite bite was the bite with like the teeth down the side, like a purple bite with yellow teeth. And yeah, it's just such a fantastic race. Great to play with your mates as well. And you also had the addition of, you could like get weapons like missiles and stuff that you could fire to try and gain an advantage in the race. It was so good. And yes, there was Extreme G2, but I just felt it never encapsulated for me that excitement of playing the first one, the original one. So I would love to see a remake of that. It's an awesome little game. And they could make it look so sleek and so futuristic nowadays. Looking back, and if you play it now, you'll understand what I mean when I say it does look a bit ropey. But the music, the kind of like 90s retro music, it was so good, so good. Check it out if you haven't. If you haven't heard of that one, do check Extreme G out. It's awesome. And once again, still sticking with that theme. The reason why I'm looking up is just making sure that nothing's dropping on my head from the builders, so I do apologise. But the next one, so still sticking with that theme of racing, is F-Zero X, which is undoubtedly one of the best races of all time. An incredible lineup of characters, of ships. The tracks are insane. More of a grown-up racer, I feel, on the N64 when you compare it to things like Mario Kart. At the time, it had more playability for me. So that's a great one. That is a great one. Absolutely love F-Zero X. And I know it's been, people have been saying for ages that, oh, you know, they're going to do it, or they should do it, they should remake it, they certainly should. Oh my god, I mean, who is it developed by? I'm just trying to think. I think it was developed by Nintendo as well. So come on, Nintendo, you know, get your finger out, get making another F-Zero, you know, Captain Falcon, your weights, come on. So yeah, another awesome game, and as I say, one that really deserves all the credit that it got. I played that game to death as a youngster, and certainly would do again if they brought out a new one. Absolutely would do. So we're breaking from that theme now, moving on to something slightly different. Now, you may not have heard of this one as a fighter, but it was called Fighter's Destiny. Now, Fighter's Destiny had a wide selection of characters. It looks terrible now. My God, if you go back and play it, it's so chunky and so slow. But I loved the aspects of the game. Some of like the finishing moves, and you could knock people actually physically off the stage and down to the floor. You know, and that, you didn't really get a lot of that back then. So that was a real new aspect. You could play as a cow. God knows why I wanted to play as a cow, but it just worked. It was cool. And yeah, just another one. I mean, they could really revamp it if they did it kind of like, I imagine in the art style of like Dead or Alive or something. I think it could really work. It would be fun. It would be a laugh. It was always a jokey game. I mean, you could even be a clown as well. So it didn't take itself too seriously, but there was a basic storyline, and I just think give that a little go, give it a revamp. You know, please somebody pick that up. That originally was developed by a company called Genki. I don't even know if they're still an actual company, but somebody amazing can pick that up and do some wonderful things with it. So yeah, that is another one deserving for me as a game that, you know, just deserves a bit more credit, and one that make a remake, please God. So moving on, a slightly different concept now, and if you guys haven't heard of it, you have to check this one out. Jet Force Gemini. An awesome game. Once again, that was developed by Rare, and it is Rare through and through. From the character development, the design, the animation is Rare through and through. You're basically a team who go around different planets and you kill these ant-bug creatures. You've got loads of different weapons, tons of different weapons you can use. Really like intense explosive weapons. For the art style, it's quite like extreme. There's lots of guts and gore in it as well. It's cartoony, but it's there. And yeah, an awesome little game. Really hard in places as well. Really tough game to crack. But really enjoyed that. I've played it so many times, but it's such a good adventure. They took that now. Once again, don't crank it up too much. You know, I don't want to see it turn into like Metal Gear Solid or anything. I'm not saying that, but just shine it up. Just, you know, give it that little sparkle and redo it. It'd be a brilliant game. I would love to see that happen. And once again, if you haven't played that, go check it out. You know, they're the cheapest ships, I think, cartridges with Jet Force Gemini. They're really cheap. I remember the dog as well in Jet Force Gemini. He turned into a tank, which I used to love. He could, yeah, there's a dog. There were two main characters, a girl and a guy, and then a dog. And he could turn into a tank. Awesome stuff. So yeah, moving away from that, it's just a short one, this one, but Mischief Makers. Really weird game. It was obviously a side scrolling, but it was a really odd game. I don't know why I liked it so much, but it really did. You play as this character. It's almost cell shaded, done in very kind of like a Japanese kind of anime art style. But you're basically kind of side scroller. You know, you're saving this planet, which is covered in these blocks, which all have sad faces on it. It was a bit of a morbid kind of game, but I loved it. It was really, once again, it's really tough. By no means for me was it sort of a Super Mario contender, but just a wicked little game. And I think nowadays that concept or that idea as a platformer, certainly an indie company or an indie developer could take that and really run with that. There was speculation for a while they were going to do something with Mischief Makers, but it never kind of happened. But I would love to see that come to fruition. That would be awesome. So yeah, just a little mention for Mischief Makers, but awesome game, deserves more respect. Next one. So we're flying through these. The next one was 40 Winks. Now this originally, I remember reading this in Nintendo official magazine that this was coming out for the N64. They even did a review on it. They played the game and they did a review, and this was set to be a Super Mario destroyer, basically. It was basically Move Over Mario, because here comes 40 Winks. You play as either a girl or a boy, and basically they roam around the house and roam around their garden. And once again, it's your classic kind of saving the day kind of thing, but done in a very rare kind of art style. So yeah, that would have been an awesome one. That would have been another incredible one. But once again, this didn't come out. It never came out on the N64. It actually came out on PlayStation in the end. And do you know, I never got around to it. I never got around to actually watching it or playing the game, which is a real shame. But yeah, it's one I would love to see remade now, and certainly just sort of developed by somebody and put out there. That would be wicked. So yeah, moving on from that, now it's just a couple more that I wanted to go through. Now the other one that should have been really in the racing category but wasn't is Vigilante 8. This was a game that basically, yes, you drove cars around, you drove trucks around, and you had weapons, machine guns, rocket launchers, all that kind of thing. It was kind of a Carmageddon kind of style. You'd smash into each other, shoot each other to pieces. A wicked little game, great multiplayer. It was so good. I remember me and a few of my friends who just played for hours. Great character selection as well. So many characters to choose from. And nowadays they could make that. I don't know whether at the time it's sort of passed for games like that, but certainly I think that there is still a place for them. And I believe that was developed by Activision, and they could certainly do something magical with that one. So who knows? Maybe we might see that. We might see that. But if you haven't played it, once again, go and have a look. Go and have a look. Now, the last two that I really wanted to mention, the first one or two is Turok and Turok 2. Now, I know we've had them redone recently. Obviously, most recently on Switch, you had Turok 1, which is awesome. That's so good. And they've shined it up nicely, and it does look cool. And I enjoyed playing through that game again. And yes, we have had other updates of Turok and other versions of Turok, but it hasn't been the Turok that I really remember as a kid. That violence, that really nothing storyline, just really going around collecting keys, jumping lots and falling down holes. But I love that. For me, the weapons as well, especially in Turok 2, the cerebral bore, I think it was called, that drills into people's heads and eats their brains. That was awesome. To encapsulate that again, obviously, zhuzh it up for the kids nowadays, but just to have that mindless, violent dinosaur hunting game would be absolutely wicked. So I'd love to see a revamp of Turoks. That would be cool. Last one on the list, yes, they have developed and they have made a new one not that long ago, but I don't think it wasn't what I wanted, really. So it's why it's on here as a game that kind of was forgotten, and I think they need to remake, really. It's Banjo-Kazooie. Now, this was a game that I loved as a kid, still love to this day. I don't know how many times I've completed Banjo-Kazooie, and it still holds up for me as one of the best sort of platformers, I suppose you'd call it. Yeah, it truly is a fantastic game. The story is epic, and just really good. Good against evil. It is simple, but it's effective, and it looks great. The level designs. There are so many levels. It was an endless little game, and I love it to bits. Banjo-Tooie was great. Just didn't for me have that same feel. It wasn't that initial attraction, I think, as a lot of sequels do. It's kind of a rehash, but still worth playing. Then obviously Rare, that all fell apart, and they moved over to Xbox, where they put out a Banjo game, which wasn't quite what. I mean, just look at the pictures of it. It looks terrible. For me, it looks terrible. It was not Banjo-Kazooie by any means. It was a terrible attempt at trying to create one. So yeah, no thanks. So yeah, I just think with Banjo-Kazooie, I mean, I loved it as a kid. It's almost got that ocarina kind of feel for me. It will always have a place in my heart, and I really wish somebody, maybe once again, Playtonic Games, dear God, I know everyone's begging for it, but if they were to make that game, or make a brand new Banjo-Kazooie in the way that it's meant to be, and get that out there, people go nuts, me especially. I would absolutely adore it. But yeah, that is it. That's like my big one. So who knows? Maybe. Obviously, let me know your thoughts. If you guys agree with me, then obviously please do comment down below. If not, once again, do leave me a comment. I would love to hear your feedback. Do you think there's any other games that deserve to be on that list? There's probably some that aren't on the N64. I don't know why it was all N64. It just turned out that way. But yeah, if there's any games that you think that didn't get the recognition they deserve, or games that should be remade, for people to try now. These games that some people may never play, they kind of been lost in the annals of time, then do let me know and put it in the comments. Can't remember if I mentioned like or subscribe at the beginning of the video, but if I didn't, obviously please do click that like button, and if you haven't already done so, then please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching once again, guys and girls. All the very best to you. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.